Minnesota lawmakers are also moving along legal cannabis legislation. Minnesota's House passed a bill that would make recreational cannabis available to people 21 and older. A Senate vote on the bill is scheduled for Friday. The bill would also erase misdemeanor cannabis cases and fund education, treatment, and law enforcement programs. Governor Tim Walz said he will sign it if it reaches his desk. Wisconsin Senate Majority Leader Devin Lemieux says the state's Republicans support cutting taxes for all income earners, even if there's not enough for a flat tax rate. He told reporters that he wants to pass something that would lower everyone's rates. Governor Tony Evers has suggested cuts that target low and middle income earners. Both Democrats and Republicans say they want to use the state's projected $7 billion surplus to cut tax rates. To the north, a section of Highway 35 is closed as the river floods over downtown Fountain City. The Buffalo County Sheriff is encouraging drivers, especially truck drivers, to follow detours to avoid hitting the road closure. He also warns against going out on the water.
I did see a boat out yesterday. Actually, a couple people are still trying to fish, but it's definitely not advised to be out fishing right now. The current is way too high.
Volunteers have been working to fill in place sandbags around buildings. The sheriff says so far it's just businesses being affected by the floodwaters. He says they expect the flooding and road closure to last through the weekend, but he adds that once the water withdraws, everyone should come over and help the businesses who will be recovering from the flood. Back here in La Crosse, floodwaters have made their way into the Logger Stadium in Copeland Park. Flooding at the stadium has postponed several UWL and MVC high school baseball games. La Crosse Loggers GM Ben Kapanke says this kind of flooding is something the team hasn't seen before. And since the field is made up of several materials, they aren't sure what will happen once the water drains away.
Well, we just don't know, like, what, half the field is turf, half the field's grass, what that's going to do for, obviously, the grass in the outfield, but then underneath with that turf, there's a good 12 feet of crushed rock under there. We have sand and rubber that are used to make the field safe, playable, and we just don't know what that's going to look like when the water recedes.
Kapanke hopes the park will be open soon as the logger season begins on May 30th. They aren't the only ones being affected by floodwaters. Contractors working on river boats can't reach them. Ellis Inman is part of the Julia Bell Swain maintenance crew. Although it's been tough for the team, they're keeping positive.
The worst part with the high water is it's keeping our contractors from actually getting out to the boats. So there's plenty of shop work for them to do and other jobs they have to work on. So nobody's hurting real bad. As long as the boats come out safe, we'll get back to work in a little over a week and everything will be fine.
Good day.
You too.
If flood levels don't rise, Inman and the team believe their boats will be okay and on schedule to ride the river. We have an update from Vernon County about this past weekend's Drug Take-Back Day. Sheriff Roy Torgerson says the Sheriff's Department collected 675 pounds of prescription drugs. National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day allows community members to drop off unused medications to be properly disposed of and keep those medications from falling into the wrong hands.
As you head out the door this morning, temperatures are in the 30s under clear skies. Clear skies continue through at least 9 o'clock. Temperatures at 9 warm up to the low 40s, upper 40s by 11. By that point, we start to see increasing clouds here a bit. But overall today, mixed sun and clouds with temperatures this afternoon warming up into the 50s again. Still unseasonably cool, however, for this time of year. For tomorrow, we're looking at highs reaching 66 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, a high of 67 for Friday with a chance of scattered thunderstorms. Chances of showers at the forecast this weekend with temperatures dropping back into the 50s for the highs. Next week, we're in the 50s and low 60s, lows in the 30s and 40s.
Thanks, Derek.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching News 8 Now. Don't forget to keep up with the news of the day on news8000.com. We'll have the latest updates to today's top stories on News 8 at noon. Have a great day, everyone, and thank you for watching News 8.